am your host, Big Meach, and you are here with Atlanta's Up and Rising. Here we are showcasing all of the hot and latest new up-and-coming talent here in the Atlanta area. For more information about me, honey, you can contact me at Dishing Tea with Big Meach at www.dishingtea.com. But y'all know this is never ever about me, honey. Today I am going to introduce to some and present to others this young man here who has just tickled my fancy because he reminds me a lot of a few different people all wrapped up into one, and I'm going to give you my assessments in a minute. But presenting to you, this is the one and only Mr. Kyle J. Hey, my darling, how are you?
What's going on?
Everything is going on. Everything is going on.
I know that's right.
Okay?
Hello?
So, you know, I want to sit down here and I'm going to take my time with you because see, I'm digging your vibe because see, you're coming across real smooth. Okay. Yeah, real smooth. And you kind of got this little innocent little boy next door kind of thing going on that is intriguing to me. And because of that, see, now you're going to make me want to dig because see, now I got to find out exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So, in the interim of all of that, let's start here and let's give the audience a little bit of who Kyle J is. So tell us that.
Who is a little bit of Kyle J? Well, I am from Columbus, Ohio originally. Moved here for school, attended Clark Atlanta University, majored in social work, bow. But initially music was always my first love. And I had to come down here. My cousin said this is where it's at. You know, she does makeup. You know, she's a makeup artist, and she just told me, you know, just to get, this is the new Black Hollywood. So just go ahead and get exposure. So coming up, I always wanted to sing. Always was around relatives that sung. I attended the church choir. At first, I was somewhat fearful of my voice because I guess I didn't hit puberty until maybe 13, 14. So, you know, all the other guys, they had these deep, you know, manly voices. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm trying to fake the funk and act like, what's going on? But then in the choir, they always had me, you know, singing I guess the alto and some of the higher notes. And they're just like, how you hitting that? You talking like this when when you're done? And it's like just faking the funk until maybe about high school. And I'm just like, okay, well, let me just, you know, try to get into it. So I started taking lessons and just being more comfortable with myself, you know? So, yeah.
Okay. Now, we have two things in common. One, I'm also from the Midwest.
Oh, turn up.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you said Ohio. I used my stomach grounds because I'm from Detroit. Okay. And the second thing that we have in common is that I just feel the social work. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but then I took and broadened the scope and made psychology the whole thing. Okay. You know, to have a broader umbrella. And so now I'm going to transfer that question to you. And coming into you started off with social work and that music has become the broader umbrella.
It has.
So now what all falls up under that umbrella for you? Are you looking to become a mogul? Or are you looking just to do music? Are you looking to music direct videos? Are you looking, what is that bigger umbrella for you?
I want to try to, I guess, somewhat be a Diddy in a sense. Like, if, you know, I want to become an artist, you know, I guess when my time runs out, then I definitely want to start producing, writing, and I guess, yeah, just come out with different artists, bringing up different artists. And I guess once I'm able, I want to be a philanthropist just to give back to charities and I guess do volunteer work as far as when dealing with children.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I really want to do.
So children is a passion for you.
Yeah,
as far as wanting to guide and to mentor. Am I hearing that correctly?
Yeah, I guess mentor, yes, sir, yes. Okay. Yes, volunteer, though.
Did you say yes, sir?
I did. I'm sorry.
That's an inside. We got to talk about how I'm feeling old with him at times, and then he gonna yes sir me. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So going with that particular piece, and you wanting to become a mentor to children, who were some of your mentors when you were young that you reflect back on the lessons that they gave you?
I would have to say my mother, of course. She's the one who taught me how to be a gentleman.
Okay.
And I never really thought about it. But I would say mainly my mother, though, like, would always, you know, she would just teach me how to do right and how to do wrong. When I would, you know, trial and error. When I'll mess up, she'll pop me, like, no, that's not what you do.
Okay.
Like, I guess it all started when I was about, like, 7 or 8. After I had, like, my 7th birthday, we went to the store, and I just, you know, walked in first. And she snatched me back. She said, what are you doing? Women always go in first. Make sure that women go in first. You treat them like ladies. Don't put your hands on them. Treat them with respect, you know? And I guess this day and age, a lot of kids just don't know, I guess, respect, as far as respecting elders as well, you know? So it's like, that's instilled in me, and I just want to, you know, I just bring back just the basics.
Okay, back to basics.
Yeah.
Interesting choice of words, because now, cute little transition into going into your music. How does your upbringing influence what you do with your music?
Well, 90s music, my mom was always playing the 90s, was really into TLC, who else, Boys and Men. I was more on the pop side as well, so I mean, granted I had R&B, but I was listening to like the Spice Girls, Hanson, Marilyn Manson. I was listening to a whole bunch of like a variety of stuff.
You was into Marilyn Manson?
Yeah.
Get out of here! I would have never. Oh,
really? It's just a lot of things I was into.
Did not say I'm finna go to dig because you two boy next doors, honey.
Gosh.
Oh no, not Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Okay, and now who else in that eclectic array of music would folks look at you and say you don't look like you would listen to that kind of stuff?
I'm sorry. Repeat the question again. I was zoned out.
You worked me with that. I was zoned out. In your eclectic array of music, who else within within any class of genre that you listen to, and possibly may have picked up some pointers from that folks would say they wouldn't have never thought that you would have listened to that, like the Marilyn Manson piece?
What was that song? I like Korn. Don't you know the rock group?
Yes.
Yeah. They have good music. Who else? I always grew up on MTV, so like TRL, so I was introduced to all kinds of stuff. So like, I'm just like, okay, they're pretty dope. Chumbawamba, I get knocked down. Yeah, you know.
Lord.
There's a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah.
Oh,
I got a little, you know, something to me.
Okay. Okay. Y'all know how the children like to work me. Y'all know how they like to work me. Okay. I had to take a little pause. Woosah. Okay. Now, let's go here, because what is something that possibly is a fear of yours, or something that you've, let's not use the word fear. What is it that you've overcome in addition to overcoming the sound of your voice? What was it that you found to be a challenge to overcome as far as your musical taste, and how has that shaped Kyle J, the artist?
I guess you said a fear. Just I guess people's reactions. How are they going to take me? You know, like what people may think. I guess I always just was worried about what people thought. I guess people's opinions of me when I came out on stage, or if I said anything. Like I guess it just came down to the most smallest things as far as answering the question, if it was correct or not. Like, you know, if I answered it wrong, incorrectly, oh, you're stupid, or, you know, people just have their opinions on me. So I'm just, I think when I was younger, like 7, 8 years old, I really didn't care what people thought. I was myself, fully, 100%. But then when I guess as we age, you know, the media trend, you know, molds us, and I guess whatever's not trending or cool now, then people are just like, you're weird, you're this, you're that. So I guess that really took a toll on me. So I'm just like, man, like I'm trying to live for everybody else, you know, as far as fashion. If you don't have this, you're whack. If you don't have this, you're whack. And my mom, she's working 3 jobs, and like, you know, just trying to maintain, just for me to, I guess, to be comfortable with myself and comfortable with others. But I guess that actually faded once I entered college, like my sophomore year. I was introduced to one of my roommates. His name is Jeffrey, and he was just, you know, comfortable with himself. Like, he doesn't care what people think. He dresses how he wants to. And he was the senior class president. People loved him, you know. So he's just a 4.0 student. And they're just like, I really admired that. So I kind of like, not only say a shadow, but I was just around him often, and just saw like how he reacted and how people took him, and people loved him. So I'm just like, well, if he's doing it, why can't I just be comfortable with myself and just do whatever, take risks, just you know, dare to be different.
Dare to be different. So now here comes the $65,000 question for all the cash and the prizes.
Yes, sir.
What is it that you learned about yourself along your quest to become this artist that you can say, hey, that's cool?
What have I learned about myself? I can say, hey, that's cool. I never really thought about that either. That's crazy. Maybe my smoothness and me being goofy. I guess it gets me by. Like, like, oh, you're cute. I say something, I guess kind of sly or fly or whatever. And, they'll be like, oh, coming from you, I guess you said because of the whole innocence or whatever. And I guess when I give them that, it's just like, oh, check you out. I guess it gives you a double look, double take. Like,
right.
Something like that.
It gives you a sense of respect in a way.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Because I know for me, just like now, for you to say that you listen to Korn and Marilyn Manson, and I'm like, what the? Well, okay.
I'm not crazy in that, though.
No.
Okay.
Okay. No. But what it does, it opens you up because it brings you out of what folks have boxed as stereotypes, And speaking of stereotypes, it's difficult coming from their whole eclectic music, okay, dealing in the industry. They want to box you as an R&B singer or a pop singer or this. How do you classify yourself?
I would like to say R&B crossover. Because I like pop music a lot, but with the R&B, just with with them being so intricate as far as vocals wise and the runs and ad libs and everything, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's like, it makes me feel some type of way because I guess the root is gospel. So I know gospel. That's eventually I'm trying to learn more into that as far as like doing different ad libs or whatever. But ultimately, I'll call myself R&B crossover because I really like the sound of pop music and just simple melodies and just simple singing, and you just add a little extra as far as R&B, like with the run or something, make it a little entertaining.
So I like that word, entertaining.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you this because as a singer myself, everybody swears I'm a gospel singer because they hear the church in me.
Yes.
But I'm not a gospel singer according to the standards because I can't run like Karen. I can't run like Fred. I don't do all that crazy little hoop-de-doop-de-doop-de-loud. And I'm like, okay, cutesy, but that ain't me.
Right.
So always, child, if it ain't you, don't worry about it. Okay, now if it's something you want to learn, cute, but if it ain't you, don't worry about it because, child, trust me, everybody running all over the place these days.
I know.
Okay. So now, let's do this. If you were to have the most fabulous musical project, okay? You could work with any and everybody on this project, okay? Tell me, who would you want to work with on the project, and then who would you want to be on stage with to shut it down?
Oh my gosh. Well, I want to work with Neo. He's an amazing writer.
Who you remind me of?
Really? Okay, check it out.
Put a hat on, how did y'all look like
Hey,
brothers?
turn up, twin. Where you at?
Okay.
I like Brandy. Oh my gosh, just the way she arranges and her background vocals. I would have to say her and Rodney Jerkins together because like when they come together, if you haven't, I'm sure you heard the Never Say Never project and the Full Moon, and just like when they come together, it's just like, oh my goodness, like what is this? Like I'm trying to like focus on what she's doing in the background instead of the leads, because like the lead we can always learn, but like as far as the background, it's like, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like it's stupid. So I guess her, Rodney Jerkins, Neo, amazing writer, The Dream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just really innovative, just trying different things. He can talk about a piece of paper. I got a piece of paper in my hand and just make it a hit. Like, oh my God. So like, and then like as far as he's not the best singer, but he will make someone who's, an average Joe who can hold a note sound like, I don't know, an amazing artist. I don't want to say a Whitney Houston because nobody can beat Whitney right now, but just I don't know, a Beyonce.
Of course.
Okay, something popping.
Okay, something popping. Okay.
On stage though. I'm sorry, I didn't get to that.
No,
I wish the late and great Michael Jackson. Oh my God, but that time has passed. But Chris Brown. Chris Brown is really dope. I want to do something with Anita Baker.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I grew up on her in Sade.
Boy, what you doing?
I just want them, just to be around them, just to, I guess, and then like let them teach me something. Then we go on stage together and just like blow it.
Lord, okay.
Just to capture a different audience, let them know I'm just not boxed in. I won't do just the modern stuff, you know?
Right, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. And so now, you have your project that you're working on. Let everybody know when it's ready to be released and all of your social medias and this, that, and the other, so folks can know how to get in touch with you.
Okay, so my Instagram and Twitter name is Angelo versus Kyle. That's ANGELO versus VS Kyle, KYLE. I'm working on the EP. It's titled Work in Progress, and I'm looking to release that sometime in maybe the midsummer, hopefully July and August. And working on some shows, so that's all I got. That's all I got working going on for myself.
All right. Now I'm gonna tell y'all now. There's a song on this EP, honey, that we couldn't do here. But I'm gonna tease you, honey. When you go find it out, honey. You can find it on the SoundCloud page. But go listen to it. It's called Minute Man, honey. You understand?
Oh my
You
God, I can't take it. Woo, yes,
Okay, we're good. But without any further ado, let me say thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
and for
letting me.
entertaining me, honey. Your little young self sit up here acting like you know someone need to break a thing.
Really?
I'm gonna go to hit him with a wet noodle.
Oh,
but well, I'm gonna let him sing for you first. So without any further ado, Atlanta's Up and Rising is proud to give to you the one and only stylings of Mr. Kyle J.
Turn up.
Here I am all alone, mad at you cause you won't answer my calls. I'm feeling strange, some kind of disarray. I can see that I messed up, but can we please try to make up, baby? You go through life, you have to go through some changes. Sometimes it's hard to fight the temptation in your way. I wish you could forgive me. I wanted to say I'm sorry. I wish I could turn back the hands of time when you missed my innocent ways, but it's now my loss. I messed around and I fooled around. I'm sorry. I never knew what I had until it's gone. I wanna apologize for some of the things I did. I messed around with your friend, it was not intended. See, back then I was confused. Ooh, if you wanted to be with me, all you do, when you go through life, you have to go through some changes. Sometimes it's hard to fight the temptation in your way. I wanted to say I'm sorry. I wish I could turn back the hands of time when you missed my innocent ways, but it's now my loss. I messed around and I fooled around. I'm sorry. I never knew what I had until it's gone.
So it is going to be my delight and my pleasure to introduce to some and present to others. This is the one and only. He calls himself Itis. Yeah, we get the Itis. Some good food gives you the Itis, baby. Come on, Itis.
I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. And some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my bad days, they turn into good days. I won't complain. Sometimes the clouds hang low where I can't even see the road. So I ask the question, Lord, why there's so much pain? But the Lord, He knows what's best for me. He knows what's best for me. So, Lord, I won't complain. The Lord, He's been so good to me. He's been so good to me. So instead of complaining, I want to say thank you, Lord. You made a way out of no way. Thank you, Lord. When I was sick, you healed my body. Thank you, Lord. I won't complain. He knows, God knows what's best for me. He knows what's best for me. So I want to say thank you, Lord. I won't complain.
Here are some interesting and entertaining oddities about art. Leonardo da Vinci began painting the Mona Lisa in 1503 and finished it just before his death in 1516. When the painting was stolen from the Louvre Museum in Paris in 1912, 6 replicas were sold as the original, each at a huge price. It took 3 years to recover the original.
In 1961, Henri Matisse's painting Le Bateau hung upside down at the Museum of Modern Art for 46 days before someone noticed the mistake.
Roman statues were often made with detachable heads, so that one head could be removed and replaced by another.
Paul Gauguin, the French painter, also worked construction on the Panama Canal. About 25,000 workers died during the construction of the canal.
Carbon paper was patented on October 7, 1806 by Ralph Wedgwood of London, England.
The large canvases Jackson Pollock used for his abstract expressionist action paintings were usually laid flat on the floor while he painted. Pollock was a chain smoker and would frequently paint with a cigarette hanging from his lips. This led to the incorporation of cigarette ashes into the surface of some of his works.
It is said that Picasso could draw before he could walk, and his first word was the Spanish word for pencil.
When Auguste Rodin exhibited his first important bronze sculptures in 1878, it was so realistic that it said that some people thought he had sacrificed a live model inside the cast.
The world-famous Louvre Museum and Art Gallery in Paris, France was built in 1190. It was initially used as a fortress. A left-handed painter, Michelangelo, painted his famous David and Goliath with David holding his sling in his left hand.
Leonardo da Vinci wrote all of his personal notes from right to left, forcing those who read them to use a mirror. The first pencil was invented in England in 1565. Even though humans have been painting things for centuries, it wasn't until 1880 that you could purchase ready-mixed paints.
Genghis Khan is credited with introducing the Chinese makers of porcelain to the color called cobalt blue. It's believed he brought it back from Persia. We hope you've enjoyed these interesting and entertaining oddities about art.